5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
What's going on YouTube? It's Zach coming at you. It's late. It's almost 11 o'clock Central Time. That's okay. I didn't do a live stream during the day today, so I figured I'd do one at night. See if I can catch anybody at night. And this live stream is going to be a little bit different. I have a topic that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to talk about that because it's a very important topic, because I've done a few videos in regards to certifications, and one certification that always comes up is the CompTIA A+. And some people get a little bit testy when it comes to that A+ certification. Some people, say you don't need it, nobody wants it, nobody cares about the A+ anymore. And to me, that's like the funniest thing in the world. Because if you were to go out online and actually look, especially like on Indeed.com, which Indeed.com is one of the biggest job searching websites nowadays, they're like, along with like Monster.com and whatnot, but Indeed is like, it's one of the easiest job searching websites. You can just go there and type in A+ certification, and it'll show you all of the jobs that, they either, they want you to have the A+ certification, or they actually require you to have the A+ certification. So I made all these videos and I talked about, you guys want to work in entry level, IT, get A+. That's like the best certification you can get to get your foot in the door, which is perfect. It's the perfect certification to get because it's a well-rounded certification. And it teaches you a lot about IT in general, right? A lot of people would say, go out and get all these super advanced certifications. And while, yes, all these super advanced, awesome certifications are great, and they look great on your resume, you can still get those in time, but it's kind of silly to go out and get like, an MCSE or sometimes even like MCSA or something like that. And this is just throwing random certifications at you that are more advanced than an A+, when you're just going to start out as help desk anyway. It's like, okay, you're going to spend all this time learning all this stuff, but 99% of the time you're going to start off as help desk anyway. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. That's kind of what happens. So you can get your A+, right? Jump in the door as help desk, which is great. You learn so much in help desk, so much, and then you can advance from there. And during that time, you can start looking at more advanced certifications. So, getting your foot in the door with the A+ certification, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's not quite the easiest certification by any means, but it is one of the most entry-level certifications to get you into an entry-level job, right? Now I kind of just lost train of my thought, because thank you, Michael Hilton. I really do appreciate that. That totally threw me off. My bad. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. But anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to like hit tonight, because there's lots of people giving really bad information out there, and I'm just gonna pop to that screen right here. Right here. No, let's not bring on the super chat. Let's not start with that. We're not going that route tonight. I appreciate it, but thank you. Seriously, I really do appreciate that. But you guys don't have to do that. That's super awesome, but gosh, you guys kill me with that. Let's talk about this though. Let's go to, if you go to Indeed.com and you just type in A+ certification, here are all the jobs. Okay, here's one. Here's a perfect example right here, and this is just a broad There's not a specific location that I put in here, but this one says A+ certification must be attained within 3 months of employment. Okay. Microsoft Certified Professional Certification A+. I'm not going to click on it because it's sponsored. We don't need it. Dakota, thank you. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me. But yeah, so you can see here, networking. I think this is funny. Networking certifications such as A+. I wouldn't really say it's a networking certification by any means, but sure. But here, you could literally just go through this entire job. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Go back. You can go through all of this stuff right here, and you can see that these are the type of jobs that say you have to have your A+ to get this job. You know, some of them are more advanced than other ones, but otherwise, they're saying if you don't have your A+, you're not going to get hired for this job, essentially. Except for that one that said you must obtain your A+ within 3 months of being employed there. Which that would be like a perfect job, probably, to get your foot in the door. You know, that's probably like you have customer service skills or something, and you could really wow them in an interview, and you go and interview for that, you land that job, and then you can obtain your A+ during that time. Perfect. Excellent. You know, rock on. Duan, you don't need your A+, bro. What's going on, man? But yeah, I encourage you guys to just go look on Indeed.com, and you can type in any certification right here in the keyword field. It'll tell you, you know, what jobs are out there that are looking for people with these certifications. So right here, if we go down to the bottom, there's, let's see, click on 5. We'll see if there's any more. Yep, 9. I don't know how many pages of stuff there are. I'm sure it maybe would tell me somewhere. I guess it does tell you over here about how many full-time jobs, 6,213, and contract jobs, temporary jobs. I mean, there's tons of jobs out there that say A+. So that's really the point of what I was trying to hit right now, because I dislike it when people come and they drop a comment on one of my videos where I'm saying something about the A+, and they're like, nobody cares about that anymore. Well, clearly at least 6,000 jobs care about the A+ certification. And if you guys want to get your foot in the door, go get that A+. That's all I gotta say. That's it. It's literally right here. All the proof is in that pudding right here. There's no more proof I can give you guys. Like, anybody could say whatever they want at this point, but this is facts. Like, facts are, people still want it. So, like, if I have a microphone, but I'm using that microphone. But if I wasn't using that microphone right now, I would drop the mic and say, that's it. That's all I got, because these are the facts. So I'll drop the mic, pretend. But that's what I got. That's it. So anyway, that's where I wanted to hit. So if you guys got questions about that, you want to talk about that, let's talk about it, because it's important. You smashed the like button first. So I'm gonna check the chat, see what's going on. Richard, you completed your A+ in November. Congratulations. You got your first IT job. The most important certification. So many people leave out these important fundamentals you should know. Absolutely. Here, Brian's hoping for an interview soon from a job hiring for help desk. Good luck, Brian. What's going on, William? Thank you again, Michael. Thank you again, Dakota. You guys kill me. You guys kill me. Felix, thank you. Danny, you will get a job in no time. I gotta turn off the sound on my phone. There we go. What's going on, James? How you doing, sir? You know, entry-level POS field technician in New York that wants you to have A+, even if you have a degree. They give you 3 months to get it. Yep. I saw on here the other day when I was doing research before I even did this video, before I even talked about, or before I even wanted to talk about this, I looked on Indeed, and Exelon's a, you know, huge company, huge company. They require the A+. That was like the only requirement they had, was that you have to be A+ certified to work there. That was like the only requirement. I was like, wow, okay. I can go work for Exelon if I have my A+. Fantastic, you know. But that's really cool. You know, it's just like, wow, all I care about is that you're A+ certified. So what's really important about the A+ certification, and why do companies care about this still in 2018? It's the fundamentals. It's literally like the fundamentals. It just says to this company that you have a firm grasp on all the fundamentals, kind of, in relation to like help desk, essentially, you know, to that level 1 area. You know, you understand how most of the most of things work. How about that? How most functions in a system, and most, you know, I don't want to say too much and say too little, I guess, with this, because it would just be bad. But it's just fundamentals. How about that? It's not like the fundamentals certification that you would get, because I think that one's just kind of like silly. But the A+ is just a great certification that says to a company that, yeah, you have a great understanding of IT, right? And that's specifically for like entry-level jobs. So that's why companies care about that still. That's why companies still want to see that. You know, if you don't have experience and you don't have degrees, that's why they ask for it. It's perfect. So go get it. You don't need crazy advanced certifications. Go get those later. Get your A+, get your foot in the door, work help desk, and then from there you can figure out what you want to do. Because a lot of people will like start working in IT thinking that they want to go down one path, and then as they start working in the field, especially as they start working in help desk and you get all of these different things thrown at you, you may find out that, you know, sysadmin isn't for me. Like, I don't like working on servers. I don't like, you know, virtual environments, and, you know, I don't like fixing Exchange problems. Like, that's not for me. That's not my thing. Like, I watched what this networking guy was doing because we had a lot of networking problems, and that's cool. Like, I like that. I want to go do that. So that's why I really like and encourage help desk as your first job, always, because it could totally throw you for a loop once you like first get into the field. Sound volume is low. Okay, I'm sorry. You guys can just yell at me and be like, "Yo, bro, your sound is low." How's that? Better? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Right? Isn't that what they do at the eye doctor? I moved it a lot closer to me. So my fault on the volume there. Huh. Yeah, I'm not. Let me check the advanced. Everything looks good in the advanced properties, like it should be. So let me know if the audio is any better. Right channel's quiet, really? Let's do this. How about that? Is that any better? I'll just take the other microphone off completely. I'll just use the built-in mic. Awesome. Good deal. Marvin, you want to ask me a question about IT field? You see most job field want IT to have BS. You only got your AS. Honestly, the degrees, it's going to vary from job to job. It's just based on what that job specifically has as one of their requirements. It's not necessarily one's better than the other, even though it may sound like one's better than the other. But, I mean, you can go just get your associates and get a bunch of certifications and you're golden. So, yeah, and definitely location to location. There's, I mean, I'm in Chicago, near Chicago. For me, not having a degree has never affected me. Like, one time it did. Other than that, like, it hasn't really affected me much at all. Somebody else, I thought I saw somebody say that they were from Chicago also. I gotta scroll back up because I'm missing a lot of the chat. Yeah, Killa J26. You're at IIT in Chicago in a program that trains you for the A+, Net Plus, and Security Plus. Associates, SSCP. I'll be done this fall. No experience yet, though. Dude, with all those certs and stuff, you'll be good to land a job. I wouldn't worry about it right now. When does CompTIA A plus 901 902 going to change? Because currently working on that one, which you're still in chapter 2. I'm not quite sure when that change happens. You might be all right, but don't quote me on that, bro. Please don't quote me on that. Let's see. You're in your senior year BS in software development, and you're regretting it. Not a fan of programming. Wish I would have gotten for more information, technology, or networking. So, Adam, the really cool thing about IT, once you actually get your degree, so make sure that you just follow through with it, even though you hate it. I'm sorry that you hate it, but follow through. Follow through. Get your degree. The fact that you have a degree in IT, you can go out and do whatever the heck you want. Like, that's kind of the funny thing how IT works. You're going to have a degree that's related to IT, so you can kind of get your foot in the door doing like help desk and moving your way up, you know. Again, I always strongly encourage that help desk thing. It's my thing. But, you know, get some certs in the other areas that you want to be in, like the A+. That'll be awesome. You know, Net Plus, Security Plus, whatever other area you want to go into. But the fact that you have a degree, you're pretty much solid to do whatever the heck you want. And that's like the silly thing about IT and how a lot of companies see degrees and things like that. And I always say, like, you could have a degree in home economics and you'd be good for an IT job because they just care that you have a degree. Dakota, the lights behind me. So the lights behind me are nano leaf lights, and they have this cool. Oh God, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. It's a rhythm thing. It's a little thing that plugs in right up here, and it's based off sound. So like when I'm talking, the lights change. It's hard to tell because it's so bright. Let me do this. There. I could change the colors on them. See, now it's super dark. Here we could do, that might be too, let's do that. There we go. No, that one. Yeah, it's still so hard to see. It's really hard to adjust the colors, or to have you guys see like what the colors look like. But I could like make it all one solid color if I wanted to, so it doesn't do anything. I could adjust like how bright it actually is. Yeah, anyway, nano leaf lights. They're really cool. I love these things. Like they're probably one of the coolest things that I've got. Anyway, let's go back to rhythm. We do this. Yeah. So every time I talk, like I could change the different rhythm features on what it does. Soundbar, I think they'd have to be set up a little bit different. Streaking notes, that one's pretty cool. I like that one a lot actually. It's a test one I have. Yeah, that one's cool too. This one's fireworks. Fireworks I think is one I put on there a lot. I think so. Testing, yeah. Fireworks is pretty cool because it just pops out at you. Yeah, you saw that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that I think that would probably freak you guys out in the chat as I'm talking because that's super intense. I don't realize how bright that is. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Anyway. Sorry, that's the lights. James always comes in with the good information. Okay, I gotta change the lights. That's just too intense. Let's do something. Let's try that one. That one might be okay. Yeah, that one's fine. Yeah, James, you always got good advice, bro. I appreciate that. What do I actually, I think both as far as recommendations for degree or certs in today's field, I think they're both kind of, I don't know. I think certs are actually more valuable because a degree is going to have like your one kind of like set area essentially, essentially, but your certs really allow you to dive deep into a specialization where a degree, not so much. You know, it's not really going to get you deep into the weeds as far as like what you really want to do. So the certifications really allow you to do that, which really help you take off, you know, and get into those specialized areas that you want to be in. So I like the certs better. I think I think a lot of people would actually agree with that. I know I talked to somebody from IT Pro TV the other day, and they pretty much said the same thing. They're just like the certs are just where it's at. That's what everybody's kind of looking for nowadays. Just because they allow you to get into those specialized areas. And that I in the description I have a couple books on the Amazon link. You guys can click on it if you want to read books. Supposedly they're highly recommended books. But as far as recommendations for A plus, any certifications, there's IT Pro TV, of course. I always talk about those guys. Professor Messer does the whole CompTIA thing all the time, and he's a extremely valuable resource because it's all free. It's all on YouTube. I know he has some paid stuff too, but Professor Messer is fantastic with all the CompTIA stuff. I would strongly recommend him. Mike Myers, I know he's a big one, and then yeah, of course, there's all the other people out there who do this. Skillsoft is a big one. They have a great A plus course. I know that because I'm working on that right now, actually. Shocker. Yeah, I think Professor Messer is probably one of the best on, when it comes to like the free CompTIA stuff. But I mean, I've tried to watch him a couple times. Like some of his stuff is like really, really good, and then sometimes it's like, get on with the show, bro. Like that's how I feel, I guess. I'm always like, come on, like just move it along, man. Taking too long. But I think James is about to, yeah, try to look at multiple resources when you're studying, not just one. You're always going to want to try to feed as much information from multiple sources that will work for you. So if it's Udemy and a book, perfect. If it's CBT Nuggets and Professor Messer, that works too. Use multiple resources because each different resource is going to explain something to you different than the other resource. You know that, and that's the perfect way to do it. And I can tell you from experience, just the other day, doing the CSENT stuff with IT Pro TV, like going over the subnetting stuff. Like, yeah, it was perfect. It was great. Really, really valuable information, right? But I mean, I was getting caught up on stuff. And I went over to Dwan Lightfoot's channel, and he had a whole, we had two videos. He said he was supposed to be coming out with a third video, but he never did come out with that third video, and that was like 6 months ago or something, so I don't know what's up with that, but that's a whole nother story. Hopefully he's still here listening to that. But Dwan Lightfoot had two videos out about subnetting, and the way that he described it, like, correlated perfectly with what IT Pro TV was telling me, and then all of a sudden it all just clicked. Like, I got it. So it took more than one resource for me to really absorb the information in that best possible way. And that's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes it takes multiple resources to have this information just really click for you. And that's okay. It's not a bad thing. So if you're not understanding it in one way from one place, find somewhere else. You know, if CBT Nuggets isn't working right for you, you might think that they're not working right for you, but go to, you know, Udemy. See if they can explain it to you differently. And it's not that one is better than the other. It's just that the way that one company can describe it to you, explain that information to you, the differences, even the slightest of differences, could make more sense to you in your head. And you understand that better. I hope that makes sense. Because like with Duan, like the way that he laid it out, it just made a little bit more sense to me. And not that IT Pro TV didn't make sense. It's just that like it wasn't registering all the way with me. And then when I got with Duan, looked at his stuff, viewed his stuff, then it was like, oh, I got it. Now I got it. Now this is perfect. Now it all makes sense. And now I'm like moved further on with the CSENT stuff and the subnetting, which is great because holy crap, subnetting's so stupid. And getting the CIDR stuff down, that's just terrible. But I think I got the CIDR stuff down. I think I finally got it down. I actually wrote out the entire CIDR list today. Like, yes, like actually wrote it down, which is insane. I should pull that up. Let me pull that up here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. CIDR. Yeah, this guy right here. Here it is. So, because I retain information so much better when I actually write it down compared to, you know, reading it, or if I were to print it out and highlight it, I wrote it all down because writing it down helps me remember it. I have a thick skull. I don't remember crap. So if I write it down, I remember that. I grasp that information. So I wrote out just all this stuff. My hand was freaking killing me by the time I got done writing all these ones and zeros. Seriously. Even just doing lines like was just freaking killing me. And especially like all the zeros. All the zeros is just driving me absolutely insane. But the cool thing is like I actually kind of retained a lot of this, you know, like I could actually kind of like think about it. And if somebody, you know, gave me like one of these masks, I could like write it out and figure out, you know, I could figure out this information. If somebody kind of threw a question at me in relation to this, I know now that if I wrote it out or, you know, kind of configured it on a piece of paper or something, like I could figure that out. I could do it. You know, I'm not there yet where I could figure it out in my head. I'd love to be able to do that. But that just takes me studying a little bit more. That's it. Let me get to some questions because I'm slacking on you guys. My bad. Dale, you just answered the question that I was just about to answer and that was perfect. That's it right there. I don't think anybody's ever prepared for the first help desk job or internship. You just do it. Michael Hilton. So it's funny that you bring up Todd. I forget how you say his last name. Lamel, I think, whatever. But he is actually doing the accelerated CSENT course with IT Pro TV right now. That's the course that I'm taking, and he is actually doing that course with Ronnie. So it's actually really, really cool that you bring him up because that's exactly the person that is teaching me subnetting along with Duan. So that's funny. Awesome. Let's see. If I miss questions, I really apologize. I don't mean to miss your questions on purpose. It's just there's a lot going on, and I'm trying to talk about a lot. Queeble TV, what's going on, man? I didn't forget about you. I still have you on my list of people to reach back out to. Did not forget about you at all. I will get back to our conversation on the Twitter. That's my bad, bro. My bad. If you want, I can answer the rest of it right now. You want me to take a look? I'll take a look. Let's go. Let's do this. let's rock out your Twitter questions. Let's see what you had. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna live answer Twitter questions right now. Oh my God, there's a lot. I was busy yesterday. Weevil, I'm sorry. All right. So, Queeble, is it okay if I talk about your question in the chat? First of all, is it all right if I kind of bring this up? Because it's pretty interesting. I think there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of people, I think, that have the same kind of thoughts around what's going on with you. Okay, so Queeble, it's like, you know, having a hard time with development stuff, learning software development and all that. And he wants to go to college for it, but of course a lot of colleges, like, they throw courses at you and they're not too much hands-on. And he really likes to have like a teacher there. You know, he really likes to have somebody with him, working with him, which I totally get, totally understand that. But a lot of colleges, and there are some out there. So like I said, I think I told you yesterday, you really have to kind of look and see, like, maybe a community college or whatever, if they do have the ability where you can go in and take some of the classes. Otherwise, like, a lot of them, you might go in like once a month and all the other stuff is online. I know, like, the community college by me, I think that's how they do some of their stuff. You go in once a month, and then for the stuff the rest of the other 3 weeks during that month or whatever, it's all just like online crap that you got to do. But yeah, trying to learn with somebody, trying to have somebody there with you. Yeah, it's going to be difficult, I think, in today's world, when everybody's kind of migrating to what we're doing right now, to how we're talking right now. You know, everybody's kind of migrating to this format. They feed all this information to you online. You do it on your own. You have all these virtual labs, and that's how everything kind of works nowadays. And I think your best route is, you're going to have to maybe do that, but a lot of times you can reach out to your teachers, which is great. It's perfect. It's not a bad thing. You can talk to them online a lot of times. But my other suggestion to you would be, find other people in your area that do this stuff, that do development. You know, there's got to be like Facebook groups or other, you know, friends, family, friends of family, however you want to call it, that you could actually reach out to and maybe get like a little bit of mentorship from in this regard. And if not, there's other people out there like me who do this stuff that, you know, maybe you could hit them up. And I know there's people on Twitch, and I know you're on Twitch because I stalked your thing. Not really stalked you, but I looked you up. You do Twitch stuff. I know there's people on Twitch who do development. You know, they do live streams with development. That might be a good way for you to kind of, you know, learn some things from them. And they are, it may be like a little bit one-on-one-ish kind of, but it's gonna be really hard to have that person right there with you. So I don't want to like deter you or steer you away from it. You can do it if it's something that you really, really want to do. You can do it. Like, that's straight up facts. Like, if it's something that you really want to do, it's something that you're really passionate about doing, you can do it. You can do it. Like, don't let like what you think is your inability to learn like stop you, because it's not really an inability to learn. It's just the fact that you have to learn it, and it's difficult, and that's okay. Like, it's okay that it's difficult. It's not that big of a deal that it's difficult. It's not gonna kill you. You just have to do it. You just have to find your ways to learn it, and you might have to use multiple resources, which I just kind of talked about. You just have to use multiple resources to learn it. And then, like I said, reach out to people. That's gonna be your best bet. I hope that kind of answers it. And I'll still hit you up on Twitter. I'll still talk to you. We'll go over this again, but I will definitely still hit you up on Twitter. Michael, yeah, it took you 3 weeks to learn his example. Yeah, it took me a while to learn his stuff too. That's why, like, when I looked at Duan's subnetting stuff, like, it just clicked. I was just like, oh snap! All right, I got this. We're good now. Darth Vaden, you work as a desktop support technician, and you have a team lead who has on multiple occasions disrespected and chastised you for making even the most mild mistakes. How have you had similar experiences? Oh man. See, I I'm like the wrong person to to ask that question to, because like I don't deal with people stuff like that. Like I don't. Like it's just, and I've been that way like I think as long as I can remember. Like if people like disrespect me, like they get it right back. Um, you know, that's not the type of environment you want to be in, first of all. Um, so it's really hard, you know. I completely understand that. So you're gonna make mistakes. It happens, you know. But the biggest thing is you know, don't worry about him or her, whatever, and what they're doing and how necessarily they're treating you. You need to try to learn from your mistakes. You know, whatever mistakes, whether they're mild, severe, whatever, make sure you learn from them and understand them. You know, and then as far as how they're treating you, I would just tell you to like tell them to f off or whatever. But you know, that's just me. I'm kind of a jerk sometimes, especially when it comes to people like that. Um, but if there's somebody that you can go to above them, that would be the best person to go to. You need to document everything that's happening all the time. If there's something like like disrespect things happening and like chastising happening for something that's really mild, you need to document those specific occasions and keep a list of them, keep a log of them on, you know, why it happened, how it happened, and what was said. Because eventually you might have to take that somewhere above that person and get that resolved by somebody. And that's really probably going to be the best advice you can get, other than like me, which I think my true honest advice would be like, you know, just give them shit back. Sorry for the profanity, but that's kind of what I do, because I don't people like that just drive me nuts. Like everybody's gonna make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Don't have it's whatever. That's gonna lead me down a whole new path that I don't really want to get into tonight. But if you want to hit me up on Twitter, email, Facebook, whatever's convenient for you, I will talk to you more about that. Because I don't want to get all fired up about stuff like that right now. Even though I'd love to get fired up about that, because I just hate people like that, like despise people like that. Hit me up on email, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. We'll talk. I'll give you more advice. But I would tell you look for somewhere else too. Look for another job. Let's see. Queeble, you're going for your A+ exam in May. At the community college you're going to, perhaps I could try to look up their software development education. Yeah, Queeble, that'd be a good idea also. But A+ and software development is like two different things, man. That's like complete different ends of the spectrum, bro. Yeah. Test Out is good. I know somebody who works at Test Out. He just moved away from here to go work at Test Out. He's such a jerk. Oh man, I'm like behind. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can here. Going through the chat. I should go live with Duan and James. I would love to go live with those guys, but James won't ever go live with me. I don't know why. He still hasn't hit me up about doing a video or going live and all that stuff. That's fine. He doesn't want to get in front of a camera or something. I get it. It's cool. It's not for everybody. I respect that. If he participates in these chats and gives valuable information, that's all I could ever ask for it. I value him 100%. He's fantastic. A invaluable resource. How about that? Like, he's fantastic. I appreciate James and him coming here and giving advice, because everything that he says, like I couldn't say it any better. Like whatever advice that he gives to you guys, it's like I don't even have to say anything. It's like, all right, he just said what I would say or even better. A lot of times he says better stuff than I could tell you guys. So you guys, if he has you see the blue name, that's for a reason, because he knows what the heck he's talking about. Let's see. Austin says there's guys at your work that did IT for 35 years and was a manager for 5 years, making 100K a year. Now he's in a 13-hour job. Why wouldn't he continue IT? Well, how old is the guy? Let me ask you that, Austin. A lot of times, yeah, some people you just get burnt out on it. And if you're old enough to like retire, You essentially retire and then you work a low paying job. You can work enough hours or whatever that you could like still make extra money and still get your retirement and all that crap. Um, so it could be what he's doing. It could be that he saved up enough money that he's just waiting for the day that he can retire also, and he just he doesn't care that he's making $13 an hour because he's got enough money sitting in the bank. Dakota, you live in Oregon and there's not a huge thriving demand for IT. You have a family member that works for some really big names in the IT sector and is currently moving to Texas for the better job market. Do you think I should consider doing the same? Dakota, if you have the ability to move to a place that will for sure secure you a job, yes. Like if that's something that you can actually do, I would never like tell somebody not to do that, but I believe you said you have a family. And that's really hard to pick up and move when you have a family. Especially like if you're originally from there and like all of your family lives in Oregon, like that would be like super, super hard to do. Like move away from all that and start somewhere new. You could do it. I'm not trying to like steer you away from that by any means, but you really have to have something secured before you would ever consider doing that. So yes and no. If you can find an in, for sure, do it. But man, it's so hard, bro. Yeah, you want to do whatever you need to do for your family, man. I totally get that. I totally get that. It's just, like I said, it's hard, man. Like, yeah. What, the other one? Kennedy's room on her dresser? Probably dead. What do you need it for? Huh? Okay. Sorry. Wifey needs the other laptop. I lost train of thought. Yeah, so sorry, Dakota. Yeah, so I got 3 kids. I live like 2 hours outside of Chicago, and I'm originally from like the south suburbs of Chicago. That's where all of my friends and family live, right? And you would think like, oh, like 2 hours away, like that's nothing. Like no big deal. I can go see them whenever I want. I never see anybody. I never see anybody from back home. So like now I have like the wife and we got 3 kids and all of her family is from this area. It would be so hard for us to like pick up and move. But like we would totally do it if the opportunity was given to us. Like we've talked about it many times. Like we were like, heck yeah, like let's go. We would move to Texas or Florida or, somewhere warm for sure. Because Illinois weather sucks. But yeah, like we would do it. But that's something like you have to like really figure out, plan, and make sure you have the opportunity there for you before you actually do that. So I could talk about that more, but you can hit me up. We could talk about that private if you want to. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. So many. Let's see. Darth Vader sounds good, bro. Hit me up, bro or lady. I don't know. Do you have to learn programming to be competitive in the IT market? No, you don't have to. It won't necessarily make you competitive. It'll just give you more options. That's what I would say. Aiden Perry says that they've been using Test Out for the past 2 months with pretty much no IT knowledge, and it's amazing. I'm gonna let the guy know that works for Test Out that you say that. But let me take a screenshot of that. I'll send that to him right now. Where's that? Right here. Copy that. I just want him to see that, so he knows. He actually creates courses for IT or for Test Out. I don't know why I'm like out of it now. Yeah, he's just started. He just moved to Utah to work for Test Out from this area that we live in, and now he's creating courses for them, which is really really cool. He's a really smart guy. But anyway, let's see. Beautiful Roots, new subscriber. You have a bachelor's in a non-tech field. If you get your A+ cert, would you be qualified for entry-level position? Yes, absolutely, 110%. Yes, yes, yes. So you can get your foot in the door. IT transitioning from web development. Yep, you're good. You're golden. Go get it. Heck yeah. You do want to get experience in Java, but I think you're 17. Yeah, bro, 17's young. Start getting certs because there's like 17-year-olds that have like their CCNAs and stuff. It's crazy. Where's the IT baby? IT baby's sleeping, bro. IT baby, it's 11:30 p.m. Central Time. South suburbs are, yeah, south suburbs are bleh. I don't miss it there. I'll tell you that much. I do not miss the suburbs at all. I mean, it's too dark. Hold up. Okay, much better. Or be much better. Uh, do I recommend going straight into Net Plus? You already am voice data tech and installing cabling. Wonder if Net Plus would be enough to get into networking. Net Plus isn't necessarily enough to get you into networking. Um, networking is such a networking is going to be such a weird and different field to get into going forward. That's something you're really going to have to research. That's something for like a different stream that I would love to get into, and a different video that I'm going to be working on soon on why networking is going to be a completely different field and why like the Net Plus it's not going to cut it just to get into networking going forward. It's a great certification. Just don't think it's enough to get you into networking. You're good at coding, but so bad at designing application software or websites. A positive job I can fit in. Yeah, sure. If you're good at coding, like there's tons of jobs out there for coding. Everybody loves a coder. Come on now. I can't code for the life of me. I hate development. I hate coding. You got a question. You worked in Mexico City as an IT service desk for CompuCom for about a year. You moved to US almost a year ago. Do you still recommend you to get the A plus or go straight to Net Plus? That's up to you. I mean, you can get the Net Plus. That's fine. If you want to go the Net Plus route, I mean, that's fine. It's it's kind of like whatever as far as I'm concerned. Those two are. That's not whatever. It's just like a lot of places require A plus or Net Plus, but they're kind of two different things. So it depends on what I guess what path you want to take. Is programming the only successful path to a fruitful IT career? No, definitely not. It is one of the most successful, really, programming development and stuff. There's lots of stuff for it, especially if you could take that programming development stuff and take it down a security route. Then you're like, oh, that would be like fantastic. Because the other part of that's going to be security and things like that. Everybody wants people with security knowledge, especially in today's crazy world of malware and everybody getting hacked and stupid people doing stupid things. Security and programming. If you could tie those two together, you'd probably be sitting on a pretty penny right there. That's for sure. Uh, Diana. So That's like a question that I get like all the time. Like, you gave me a little bit more information than a lot of people do, because a lot of people are just like, I want to work in IT. What certification should I get? What should I do? So you say that you, oh, you didn't tell me what you wanted to do necessarily. I lied. You just said blah, 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 blah. Bro, you got to figure that out. That's what I tell everybody. You just gotta go on other YouTube channels and look at what some of these people do, and see if that's something that you like. See if coding and development is something that you like, or see if like help desk stuff is something that you like, or sysadmin stuff that you like. Um, you have to look at those specific jobs and look at some of their duties. I can't answer that for you, because literally they're all so different, and I can't tell you like what's better than another, what you might like more than one another, because I don't know you. You have to do the research on that. Do I feel that the CompTIA should stop how their certs expire every 3 years? Kind of. No, I feel like CompTIA actually did. Like, I didn't like it at first, but they did the smart thing. They actually did the smart thing for them business wise. I have to give it to them business wise, because they were like right on that market and like right on the head of everything, with the same way like Microsoft is doing everything with like Windows and all that stuff, with like how purchasing and all that stuff goes. But yes, so um, you have to renew, because everybody wants to know that you're still relevant. So the fact that you like got your A plus back in like 1999, like, I don't know that you're still relevant right now. Like, that means nothing to me right now. Like, that the A plus from like that long ago was so completely different than what it is now. So if somebody came in for an interview and it's like, yeah, I got my A plus in '99, I'm A plus certified. Well, yeah, you are A plus certified from 1999, when the whole entire computer industry was completely different. So I don't know that you're relevant. So yeah, 3 years, perfect. Go out and get recertified. And you don't have to take the same certification again. So if you have your A plus and 3 years later your A plus is about to expire, you don't have to take your A plus again. You can go get your Net Plus, and your A plus will renew also, which that's a solid that CompTIA did. Like, that was the one solid that CompTIA did for sure. And I loved the fact that they did that. That was perfect. Let's see. Do I think that AI and ML is going to eventually take away the IT security jobs? No, It's going to be it's going to be so long before AI and all that stuff really starts taking over in this field. Like, I'm hoping that's a long time. I mean, it could be like 2 years from now with the way that like technology expands. But people are always going to be needed, no matter what. Like, people, you just have to have people. You have to have people. Um, for many things on the back end, for many things to on the front end. It's just you just have to have it. I don't want to go too much into detail on that. But eventually, yes, AI and all that, and automation and stuff is going to take away some jobs. That's the way of life. Like, look at the auto industry. Like, look at, I don't know, there's plenty of other industries where automation has just taken people's jobs. Like, that happens. Like, that's the world that we built. Like, that is literally the world that we built. Like, we created that monster. Like, we're so lazy, but yet like extremely efficient, that we put people out of work in that way. Like, we put people out of work to save money, and so like some of us don't have to do as much work. Like, that's what we built. That's our society. That's fantastic. It's amazing. Uh, 1, 2. You had a lot of IT people tell you not to waste time, money on A plus. Why is it so frowned upon? And is it still worth getting, or just going Net Plus, Security Plus, CCNA, MCSA? 1, 2. I answered that in the beginning of this live stream. I don't know if I should cover that again. if you guys really want me to talk about the A plus again on why it's still relevant and why it's still a thing, let me know. If there's like more than like 4 people right now that tell me that like literally comment and say go over why the A plus is still a thing, I'll go over it one more time. But if not, you're gonna have to watch the replay because it took me a long time to go over that. James says you agree the Network Plus is going to be less valid. Example, AV field technicians set up networks and switched, and nearly none of them have Network Plus. They learn on the job. Yep. Let's see, when you said networking was going to be interesting, how's that? Is CCNA not going to cut it? Is it heading down this SDN Python road? No, Matt, that's not exactly what I need. I mean, there's a lot of cloud things happening. There's going to be a lot of there's just a lot of advancements coming with the networking field, and I'm not saying that the CCNA isn't going to cut it, because it's going to take a long time for a lot of companies to catch up to the way things are advancing too. So you're still going to run into that. It's like nowadays, like there's companies still running Windows XP. There's still companies that are running Server 2003. So you're always going to have businesses out there that have to support old technologies and things like that. So yeah, like networking is totally going to go in not necessarily a different direction, just a more advanced direction, where it's going to get crazy. I mean, crazy in a great way, hopefully. But everything now is still going to be relevant. I just don't. I don't want to say any more than that. How about that? I don't want to give like bad information, because at this point, like it's really strongly opinion based on how I feel about it, and I don't want to throw like my strong opinions out there about it, because it's not real facts. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. What is the best CompTIA test in 10 years? Dude, who knows what kind of CompTIA tests will be around. There's an AI at your job, stupid robots. As much as you dislike how CompTIA certs work at the moment, 3 years for it to expire is a wee bit too short. I don't know about that. I think 3 years is pretty good, because so much happens in 3 years in technology. Literally, like so many different things happen in technology. 3 years ago, like security wasn't like as big as, like it wasn't a thing. Like it was a thing, but it wasn't like a thing. You know what I mean? Like 3 years ago, like nobody gave a crap about security like they do now. So you wouldn't hear about it as much as you do now. Like security is like, it's like just like this huge hot topic like all the time. Security, right? 3 years ago, nothing. You know what I mean? So that literally shows you like how things can change in 3 years. And I'm telling you, like literally, like 3 years ago is just like probably just, I think 3 years. Why does it say stream complete? Oh, that was really weird. I don't know why it did that. Just like stopped and started again, the stream. That was really weird. But yeah, 3 years ago, you know, I think it was just like becoming a thing, and then now everybody's just like totally on board with that. So 3 years, perfect amount of time. Let's see. By the time you get used to A+ cert, you have to get recertified in a year. Yeah, but you don't have to get recertified for the A+. You can get certified during that time. You could be studying for the Net Plus or the Security Plus or the Server Plus or Linux Plus. There's so many CompTIA certs that you could get to renew your A+. So you're golden. Like that's the cool thing that CompTIA did. I give them so much kudos for doing that. Much respect for that. Is an IT technician job still needed, in demand, and if so, what's the salary, give or take? I think you said you're from the UK, so it's completely different over there, I'm sure. I don't know exactly what the requirements and stuff are for all that. You'd have to look. I don't know what job searching sites you got over there. Maybe you guys have Indeed, but you could probably look that up. So like here in the States, yeah, IT technician, help desk jobs, they're still in demand. And they start at like $45,000 a year. That's US dollars. And they go up to like $70,000 a year sometimes. So there's that. James says, here's the thing with AI, it will replace the amount of people needed in IT. However, it will change the more skilled professionals we work in IT and needed. Very true. Yeah, I probably do need a network admin. I don't know what the wife's doing. She's probably in there doing some crap. Who knows what the heck she's doing? She asked for the laptop. She's probably like streaming Netflix or something. Who knows? Time to upgrade my internets. Your job at FedEx Ground still ran Server 2008. Oh, bro, there's so many companies out there that still run Server 2008. I don't even worry about Server 2008. Server 2008 is great. I mean, that Server 2008, let's see, that one expires, or it comes end of life in 2020, I think. 2021 or maybe 2022. 2020? I'd have to look that up. 2020, 21? We could look that up. It goes end of life in a couple years, but the fact that there's still companies running Server 2003 and it's been in end of life for like a few years now, and the fact that it's literally like 15 years old. Come on, guys, get it together. Dakota has a computer running Windows 98 SE. Oh my lord. Matt, you're welcome for the reply. Have I noticed the big recent boom in IT security? ETC vocational class. Do you think it's a good thing to see occurring? My class is also the first batch of high school students in the NCL. Yeah, I think that. Here's the thing, like the great thing about IT, like, yeah, there's tons of jobs and different like fields and stuff opening up for it, and there's also tons of people getting out of this field and just leaving it for whatever reason, retiring, and you're always going to have a need for all this different stuff. And what happens all the time in IT, you have these big booms in all these different fields, and sometimes people land jobs in those fields, which is great and fantastic, but sometimes people don't, and they go off into a different area and field in IT. So it's like there's plenty of jobs out there. There's plenty of stuff out there. These big booms and stuff and big things that happening in one sector compared to another don't really affect me, bother me. I don't really think much of it because there's always going to be something happening. It's always something going to be going on. It's always going to be jobs out there for somebody. Dale, you're sad that your A+ is going to expire, but you're too focused on your CCNA to bother with re-upping it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could put on your resume that you were A+ certified in X year, you let it expire because you got your CCNA. Then nobody's really going to care. You're going to be like, oh, well, he got his A+ at one point, but he let it expire just because he wanted to CCNA. That just means that you wanted to advance your career. No big deal. Perfect. I'm glad that you wanted to advance your career. Like, that's how I would look at it if I were interviewing you. I'd be like, okay, well, you let your A+ cert. Who cares? You got a CCNA because, okay, perfect. Great. Thank you for advancing your career. Let's see. You're new to IT and currently going to tech school to get associates in IT networking. You plan on getting A+ after you graduate. Do you think this is enough to land an entry-level job with 0 job experience? Yes. 1-2 says, if I don't have IT comp science degree, is it possible to get into security? I've also been told that it's not possible just certs, but there are lots of certs for security. Your thoughts? Yeah, it is possible to get into security without a degree, but you have to have certifications and experience. The experience is really what is going to help you get into that security field. And it's just security and IT, and then trying to get your way into some type of security type of positions. But it's the certifications. If you don't have the certifications, don't even think about security. Don't even dream about it. Like, seriously, it's not even going to be a thing. Sorry, I'm getting messages here. Yeah, there will be a replay of this stream. I'll definitely let it go back up. Let's see. Someone in the field told me that only if the company asks you for A+, then that's the only time you need an A+ cert. Jose, yeah, if you go to the link in my description to Indeed.com, it'll show you all of the companies that actually require or request the A+ certification. And there are a ton of them. There's, like literally thousands of companies, like over 6,000. I think if you were to count them all up with like the contract jobs and part-time jobs, there's probably like 9,000 something jobs that either require you to have the A+ or request you have the A+ in some fashion. So yes, still relevant, still a thing. People want it. People want the A+. It's a thing. It happens. It's whatever. Anyway, moving on. Bachelor's in Information Systems or Associate in Information Systems with certifications. I'm gonna go with the Associates in Information Systems with the certifications, but that's personally me. But don't take my advice that it's like gold and solid. I just think like with the certifications, you can drill down to really what you want to do. Like you could just go like all in and say like, all right, let's see. Say you want to be like a database administrator or something, right? There's certifications out there for that. Like there's not so much in like in school, like depending on what school you go to, like yeah, you're gonna get a degree, but is it really gonna focus on database administration? Not so much. But you can get an associate's and then get like all the certifications that you possibly can in regards to database administration and go out and be a database administrator. Yay. Sorry, my back is killing me. I'm not even going to try to say out all of your name. We'll just call you 4,000. 4,000 obtained an internship and have been working there for a year now. What should you do to get the most out of it? Notes. Document everything that you do. That's what I would do. I would take notes on all the stuff that you do to try to retain all that information. Make sure you become cool with everybody that you work with so that they can give you recommendations so that you could use them for referrals and things like that. You can put them on your resume so that like these companies that you go apply for down the road can like call them and say like, yeah, he was an excellent intern, you should hire him or her. I don't know if you're a dude or a lady. So whether you're a dude or a lady, like make sure you're cool with everybody. Don't burn bridges because that's bad. Okay. Which part of the A+ exam was more challenging, 901 or 902? I don't know. Maybe somebody could answer that for you. Do you know any way to rapidly install software? I want to fresh install Windows. It'd be nice to have some way to streamline software installation. Well, there's Nine. Like that's makes things really easy. One way you could like create an image of your computer. Like next time you do like a fresh install, install everything. Take that long hard road, except for like the Windows updates, because that's gonna be a pain in the butt. But all your like huge software installs, like if it's games and things like that, you could create like an image. Like you could use like, I don't know, CloneZilla is the only thing that's like coming to mind right now. But you could do like a Hyper-V. Yeah, you could do that. You could probably capture a Hyper-V with that big old fat image. And then the next time you have to redo it, you'd literally take that image and reinstall your operating system with all that stuff built into it. And so you're re-imaging your computer with all that crap that you installed built into it. That's not really a good explanation for you, but I know that you probably haven't heard much about that, so I tried to dumb it down as much as I possibly could. So I hope I sound dumb enough in explaining that. But you create a fat image, all that crap installed, you re-image your computer with that image, and it has all your crap on there. It's excellent. I don't do that because I'd much rather go through all the painful installs of all the huge crap that I have and do all the updates at one time. And that's just me, though. And I don't know. I don't think it takes that long. And I have like 17 computers, so if one goes down, it doesn't really bother me too much. I really don't have 17 computers. No, Hyper-V, bro. Not Hyper-Beam. Hyper-V. V is in Victor. V is in Victory. And James answered that question for you, Darth Vader. So, anyway, I think I actually caught up to the chat. It was insane. You guys were like on fire tonight. It's crazy. All right, you guys have any more questions? Because this live stream's been going on for a long time. James is out because it's 1 a.m. Yeah, it's midnight here. That's why I'm like about to like get out. I'm trying to. Daniel, I mean the MTA is always going to be better than the A+, as far as I'm concerned. All day. Microsoft certs are always going to trump CompTIA certs. But I'm specifically saying for entry-level jobs, like companies require the A+. So here's the funny thing about requirements. Like, the funny thing about requirements in a job is, like, they don't give a crap if you have an MTA, an MCSE, a CCNA, like a CC, like whatever. Like, they don't even care. If you don't have an A+, when they require it, like, you don't get the job because you don't have that certification. And like, there's jobs out there that are like that. That's just what it is. And if you look in the link in the description, you kind of see that there are jobs that require the A+. Still, in 2018. And thank you, James. I don't know if I said goodbye officially, but yes, thank you for joining, and goodbye, and have a great night. And have fun at work tomorrow. Been at help desk for Progress Rail for 5 years. Oh, Dale, you are welcome. You did spell it right. Heck yeah. Not a lot of people do spell it right. You spelled it right. Especially Cat. Yeah. If your goal is networking, network security, what do you think is the best cert route? I have some networking experience from installing CCTV, POS systems. It really depends on really like how strong your knowledge is of networking. But CCNT, CCNA, and then you can start looking at security certifications and go down that security line. But get your fundamentals of security down, or get your fundamentals of networking down before you start down that security route. Because once you start looking at the security stuff, if you don't know the networking portion of it, it's just like it's all gone. And the networking part of the security stuff is is no joke. CCENT over the Net Plus. People always ask me this. I'm personally taking the CCENT over the Net Plus because I know a lot of the fundamentals that the Net Plus is going to give me, right? You know, I had trouble with the subnetting with the CCENT, but the CCENT's going over the subnetting just like the Network Plus would go over subnetting. So it's whatever you choose, I guess. Like, that's how I would kind of word it nowadays. Like, it's my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. It's not that I have anything against the Network Plus. It's like, it's great. Network Plus is great if you don't really specifically want to get into networking, but you want to have that knowledge just in case you're getting into some networking stuff. I hope that makes sense. That's how I would determine that certification being relevant. Like if I wanted to be like a sysadmin, right? I would be like, all right, I'm going to get my Network Plus so I have these networking fundamentals down. So I know some of this networking stuff. Like, it would just be something good to have that knowledge. It would be good to understand that stuff as maybe I'm working on some of my system admin duties in case something comes up where I need to know it. You know, like that's how I would think about it in a real business world aspect. Like that is what comes to mind. And working in IT, like that's how I think about things. And I've come across it. Like I've experienced that. Like I've had to do stuff like I've had to configure ports and stuff on switches. And I haven't really done much more than that. So it's like I wish I would know more about networking. And that's why I'm going down that path, because networking is not my strong suit. I know enough to get me in trouble, and that's why the CCENT is right for me, and then the CCNA. But honestly, I don't think I'll even take the CCENT certification. I'll probably jump right into the CCNA and just take the CCNA. But we'll see. I might. I don't know. It's getting late. I'm tired. Now it's getting hard to answer questions. Like spacing out. My bad. Andrew, sorry for probably a basic question, but you're passionate about computers and tech and looking to get into IT after high school. How do you actually get certifications? Your dad has a bunch, but what do you do? Bro, go ask your dad. No, I'm just kidding. So you want to get certifications, you can go on YouTube and you can start looking up each different certification, what might sound like the best route to you. And there's a lot of people that can take you through step by step, how to become certified. If you're still in high school, you may have like career centers and stuff that you can go to. Some high schools even offer classes and stuff for different computer courses and things like that, where you can actually get your CCNA or A plus or Network Plus and things like that. So I would look into that. But there's tons of resources online where you can start studying to achieve your certifications. There are links to books in the description. You can pick up a book and study like the A plus, for instance, and then you can go out and take the A plus certification. It's just an example. It's not a basic question, bro. You're all good. Tech user, you graduate spring 2019 with BA and MIS, and you're working on getting your A plus, Net plus, and Sys plus. When I graduate with a BA and have these 3 certs, do you think your job hunt will go smooth? You're interested in information system, but honestly don't know where to start looking for jobs. Well, what specifically do you want to do? Like, what's like when you think of a job? You think of job title. Like what do you want to do on a daily basis? Also, But I think your job hunting should go pretty smooth. I don't think you'll have much of a problem. You'll probably start out as help desk, which is fantastic because it's going to give you all the great fundamentals of a business environment. And that I suggest that for everybody. So don't take that as a bad thing. It's a great thing. You can work help desk for, a year, maybe 2 years, get all that great knowledge and experience, and then go do whatever the heck you want after that. You can even work help desk like 6 months, and then all of a sudden, like, you're really good at what you do. You know what you're doing. You understand everything that you're doing, and all of a sudden, this like sysadmin positions opens up, and you have all these great certifications, and you have a degree, and this company's just like, oh, here, would you like to be a sysadmin now? It's happened. I've seen that happen. I've literally seen that happen. So, lots of things happen. But anyway, it is 12:10 in the AM, and this is all I got for you guys. So the CompTIA A Plus is still a thing, and if you don't believe me, you guys can go click on the link in the description on Indeed.com, and you can literally look at every single job posting that requires the A Plus or requests it. And if you guys need help in any way, shape, or form studying for any certification that's out there, IT Pro TV. This I only talk about these guys because I use them. I like them. I suggest them. I tell you to use them. And if you use the coupon code, that's the only time I get anything from them when I talk about them in these live streams. Other than that, I'm using them right now for my CSENT. It works perfectly. I enjoy their content. I wouldn't suggest them otherwise. If I didn't like them, I would tell you nothing at all. So if you want to get certifications, you want to learn lots of different certifications, these are your guys, because they have courses for everything. You know, from Microsoft certifications, Cisco certifications, all the CompTIA certifications. I'm pretty sure they said that they're coming out with the pen test certification soon. They got everything there. So you can join them for free. It's a free trial. If you like them, use my coupon code. Tell them I sent you, because they love it when I tell them that, or they love it when you tell them that. It's like, oh, that's Zach from IT Career Questions. He sent me. Oh, 4006. Last question, then I'm out. You got another one for me. There's a stigma in IT about getting your degree online. Oh, do you? No, nobody cares where you get your degree, man. A degree is a degree. If you want to work in IT, and I say this all the time, and it's so funny, if you want to work in IT and you have a degree in freaking homemaking, okay, you have a degree. That's all they care about. Go get your degree in homemaking and go get a bunch of IT certifications. And you met the requirement that you have a degree and you have IT certifications. Perfect. So yeah, go get your degree in homemaking and go get a bunch of IT certs, and you're good for pretty much any job. Some jobs require that you have a degree in, actually, like, IT, MIS, whatever, in something IT related. But a lot of times I've seen people bypass that by just having a degree, period, and a bunch of cool certs to back that up. So it's really funny, because just knowing that you have a degree, it's like all people care about. Some people. Anyway. Andrew, I'm here to help. That's what I'm here to do. If I can help you, that's what I'm here for. So I'm glad I could help you. You're very welcome. Very welcome. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. If you have any more questions, you guys can hit me up. Email, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, those are like the big ones. I just made a new email tonight because I finally signed up for Office 365. It's been a while. So Zach, Z-A-C-H, at itcareerquestions.com. Hit me up on email, because now that comes to my phone. And before, it was just Gmail and being dumb. Sal, congratulations on that. That's awesome. Definitely congratulations. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So like I said, if you have anything, questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, and I'll help you out best way that I possibly can. Until next time, which will be probably tomorrow during the day, we'll do another live stream. That's all I got for you guys today. So have a good night, morning, wherever it is for all of you people, and take it easy. And keep on learning, please. Please keep on learning. Never stop learning, because IT will just leave you in the dust if you stop learning. So anyway, take care. Goodbye.